Drama between actors on set is not new in Hollywood, however. It looks like Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot might have reached new heights on the Snow White set, as the two seem to be extremely against each other.
It's only a game.
The two have even hinted at the distaste for each other online, as shocking tweets from the two of them are finally revealing their true feelings, as the highly anticipated live-action remake of Disney's Snow White inches closer to its release. The rumored discord between Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot is generating as much buzz as the film itself. It seems that the two actresses who played the iconic roles of Snow White and the Evil Queen, respectively, are not just opposites in their on-screen personas, but are also finding themselves on opposing sides of a far more serious and deeply divisive issue involving their politics on the conflict currently going on in the Middle East. On August 10th, Disney dropped the trailer for the new Snow White, but rather than being universally praised, the trailer became a huge spot for controversy, not only because of how the movie has been perceived so far and the criticism that fans have for the actual production, but also because of the actors behind the scenes. Almost immediately, the two stars found themselves at the center of a firestorm, with social media users sharing their criticism for both, as people on all sides of the Snow White discussion have had something to say about the ongoing drama. Some have been aimed at Rachel Zegler and her portrayal of Snow White, while others have been talking about Gal Gadot's unrelenting support for Israel that could cause behind-the-scenes tension, as Rachel has been extremely vocal in her support for Palestine. Some users have even been criticizing both of them and other fans alike for allowing politics to interfere with the movie and its production, as many believe that the outside world has nothing to do with what Disney was supposed to be doing, which is bringing an animated classic to life. With a lot of people's disappointment in Disney and how they have been treating the movie, many have only become more let down with the way the promotion has been handled because of the drama that the actors have brought along with them. This looks good, but to me at the same time, as a huge Disney fan, it's hard for me to not think about how the main actress hates her own role. She really ditched *D all over her own payday. I saw the press they did months ago, ruined any possibility of me actually watching this film. However, while this seems to be an issue for some, most fans of the movie are actually most worried about the upcoming press tours and the way that Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot will have to work together despite their opposing sides. The tension only escalated when Rachel took to Twitter just 2 days after the trailer's release. She thanked her followers for their support, but then added a highly charged political statement as she tweeted, "And always remember, free Palestine." It was a tweet that, depending on your perspective, either reinforced her long-standing pro-Palestinian stance or served as a subtle jab at her co-star Gal Gadot. After all, Gadot, who is not just Israeli but also a former member of the Israeli Defense Forces or IDF, has been very public about her pro-Israel views, and Rachel has been well aware of this while working with her. While Rachel has obviously wrapped up filming with her co-star and has even done press for the movie in the past alongside Gal, it seems like as tension has risen in the world, so has the tension between the two of them, as their comments about each other have only gotten more charged. And if you've been following along with the drama from both of these actresses on social media, then Rachel's tweet was definitely to be expected from her, as she's been very vocal about her support for Palestine since at least 2021. As the war has been ongoing for decades, Rachel has been vocal about her support for Palestine even before the newest escalated conflict, as she tweeted in 2021, "It will always be free Palestine," making her position clear to her millions of followers. And she has kept the same energy going recently in the context of the 2023 Israel-Hamas war, as she has been urging her fans to spread awareness and help as much as they can for months now, as she's been posting both resources and posted encouragements for ceasefire. She's shared both tweets and Instagram stories making her stance clear. Have you donated today? Have you called your government leaders to put pressure on world leaders to call for a ceasefire? Your activism should go beyond your social media. On the other hand, Gal Gadot's support for Israel has been just as vocal and out there as she's been using her platform to gather support for her home state. Ever since she rose to fame for her role as Wonder Woman, she has been showing her pride in her profound connection to Israel, and has never failed to make it known that she supports the Zionist view. In fact, she even served as a combat fitness instructor in the IDF, which has had a great effect on the way she sees the conflict with Israel and the way she perceives the current political climate. Her social media has especially been a way for her to post her unwavering support for her country, going as far back as 2014 when she posted on Facebook, praying for Israeli soldiers as they fought against Hamas. I am sending my love and prayers to my fellow Israeli citizens, especially to all the boys and girls who are risking their lives protecting my country against the horrific acts conducted by Hamas, who are hiding like cowards behind women and children. We shall overcome. Shabbat Shalom. The way Gal has talked about her support has only gotten more passionate with the years, as we've seen her continuously speak on the case. Every time something seemed to happen between Israel and Palestine. In 2021, as conflict again arose between them, she expressed her sorrow over the ongoing struggle, while reaffirming her support for Israel's right to exist as a free and safe nation. Her most recent public statements have been just as clear. Following Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel, Gal posted on Instagram saying, "I stand with Israel and you should too. The world cannot sit on the fence when these horrific acts of terror are happening." She also signed an open letter to President Joe Biden, calling for the release of Israeli hostages held by Hamas, and even organized a screening of the film, Bearing Witness, which showed the way Israel perceived the realities of the October 7th attacks. Given these extremely contrasting views, it's no wonder that fans are worried about how Rachel and Gal are supposed to work together for Snow White Press, as the two are extremely vocal in their hate for the other side. The subtweets and cryptic social media posts have only added fuel to the fire, with both actresses seemingly taking thinly veiled shots at each other. For instance, after the release of the Snow White trailer, Gal actually posted a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. on her Instagram story saying, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Above the quote, she added, "Only love can save the world." Fans wondered whether or not this was a dig at Rachel, who had tweeted out her support for Palestine. After her tweet that promoted the trailer, however, while her intent remains unclear, Gal's reaction definitely seemed to hint at her underlying feelings as things took a turn on August 15th. A fan noticed that Gal retweeted a tweet that openly criticized Rachel for her tweet against Gal, which made the situation entirely clear to everyone witnessing the situation. The tweet said, "Trying to campaign on the head of your co-star, who actually lives through a war, just so you'll look cooler with the kids, is really pathetic." The fan who received the notification about Gal's quick retweet, which was ultimately removed, pointed out exactly how damaging this is to the press tour. Pretty sure the Snow White press tour is gonna get even more awkward than the It Ends With Us drama, considering this tweet that whoever runs Gal Gadot's account retweeted and then quickly unretweeted. The question now is definitely whether Gal herself manages her social media accounts, or if this was the work of a PR team that slipped up. However, it's definitely very telling of how her team feels about Rachel at the moment. Gal's team's belief that Rachel might be doing this to spite Gal specifically has also been quite an interesting development, as many fans believe Rachel's motives to be entirely political and not in any way personal. In fact, fans have even noticed that Gal's Instagram has been a space where hate for Rachel has been allowed to develop. Even if Gal Gadot wasn't already an awful person, now she's enabling hate comments towards Rachel Zegler on her Instagram account. Meanwhile, she's deleted anything negative about her and limited her comments. And despite the telling subtweets, neither Gal nor Rachel have publicly acknowledged any feud, as the two seem to continue to be willing to play nice for the sake of the movie promotion. However, as the release date for Snow White approaches, and the film's press tour kicks into high gear, Fans are anxious to see exactly how the two will navigate having to work alongside each other, as people are already noticing the awkward tension. She's just a press tour with gal. A free high. She looking like I should have just ate that apple bit. People's reactions to this Disney Expo have especially been telling, as many are feeling Rachel's pullback from Gal. Rachel Zegler genuinely cannot stand her. The press tour is going to be challenging for her. I do think Rachel was excited for Snow White much more than she is now. But because of Gal, you can see the energy and interest seeping out of her body whenever they're in the same vicinity as one another, which is crazy. But while some people have been expressing their nervousness, others have pointed out how Rachel actually had no problem signing up in the first place when she was well aware that Gal was supporting the other side in the conflict. Must be nice to have fans who make up excuses for you when you align yourself with Zionists. She didn't even have to defend herself because you lot are so delusional, thinking these people talking about save her. She should have saved herself and not work with Zionists. However, whether or not the two will be able to work together on red carpets again will just be something we'll have to see as the press tour is slowly approaching. Do you guys think the two will cause drama with each other? Let me know down below, and don't forget to check out this other video for more.